Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally and internationally, and I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and various groups from around the world subsequently. A very special welcome, although he has become resident at the ashram. Yesterday, we welcome Lord Ram to this Ram Naumi festival held specifically for him here at the Sri Narayan Dham. It is common knowledge, or it should be common knowledge, that the Supreme Lord exists in His name. His entire potency is existent in His name. Whether the Lord is present to your view or not present, when the Lord's name is uttered, that name has His full potency. You do not have capacity to visualize His personification in His name. However, He exists in His name because He is omnipresent, and when you call out His name, His potency is initiated. So the name Ram means the source of all pleasure. This is translated from Sanskrit to English. The name Ram means the source of all pleasure. I want to correct yesterday's discourse. I somehow stated that Lord Ram is the 8th incarnation of Lord Vishnu. In fact, he is the 7th. He is the 7th incarnation of Lord Vishnu. He is the first full human incarnation. Full human incarnation. Which incarnation will set a dharmic principle universally for all of mankind. Which? The humankind. Bhabhi sang a song just now, a bhajan. What was the name of the bhajan, Bhabhi? Then you won't listen to the bhajan. That's a bhajan. If a bhajan does not have Lord Ram's name, then you won't listen to that bhajan. Well, I want to make a bold statement here today and then I'll back it up along the way, that if a religion does not have Lord Ram's name, then that is not a religion. How's that? Bobby? I just superseded you. It's okay. Okay. She's not too perturbed about it. She'll just dance in next Holi again for us. Amita, whilst I'm on that topic, I think the whole world felt that divinity when Bhabhi was singing that Ram bhajan. It permeated this universe. I want you to cut it up in pieces and make sure it reach every country in this world. Okay?
The whole thing is going.
The whole thing is going. Thank you. Okay, Bhabhi? You just became famous. Mama, you have a very famous wife.
She's already famous.
Mama started the fame in this family. Okay? He reached a few thousand views, but I think Bhabhi is going to be gone. Alright? This is what satsang does. For those of you who do not understand the relevance of what I am saying, I'm not going to get into details. But when Mama came to this satsang, I told Mama, Mami will be here very soon. He said, Guruji, Mami is very stubborn. She's a staunch devotee of another institution, and she'll never leave that institution. Mama, Bhabhi is here today, and she did not sing with her heart. Neither did she sing with her voice. The soul sang that bhajan today. That is why it reached all corners of the universe. You understand? And Mami's soul belonged to this ashram. Staunchly, Mama. Now you can go and tell other people, Mami won't leave this ashram. She's a very staunch devotee of Acharya Ji. Alright? Okay. This is the power of God. Sometimes you believe that you belong where your mind wants you to belong. But God puts you where your soul belongs. God puts you where your soul belongs. God has no dealing with your body. God has no dealing with your mind. God's only connection to you is the soul. God's only connection to you is the soul. And this is why 99.999% of the time our misery continues because we allow the mind to dictate where we should be and what we should be doing. If you pull handbrakes on your mind and just allow the soul to guide you, there'll never be pain and there'll never be misery. You have to incarcerate your mind and release your soul. We are working in opposite. We have incarcerated our soul and we are allowing the mind to drive us. Okay? Then coming back to the statement that I made, but I want to unpack it logically. I want to unpack it logically so that 1 plus 1 must give you 2. 1 plus 1 must give you 2. You expecting someone, Jessica?
Yes,
Just go and check. So we have stated And we continue to state at the Sri Narayan Dham that there is no spiritually legal terminology called Hinduism or Hindu. There is no legal spiritual terminology. So at this satsang, we will discard that terminology. We will discard that terminology. And number two, the preachings that is found in Sanatana Dharma is not religious, and Sanatana Dharma is not a religion. So we have been impressing this for a while now, that one, there is no such terminology as Hinduism. There is no such terminology as Hinduism in our scriptures. So we will refrain from using the word Hinduism, and you must refrain from calling yourself Hindus. And number two, that system that you belong to and our ancestors belong to is called Sanatana Dharma. Sanatan means eternal. Dharma is very difficult to equate with the English word. Closest for my explanation to you will mean function. Your eternal function. Eternal means not created at any time. Not created at any time, which means it has no material source. Because anything material takes birth, it blooms for a while, it dwindles, and it dies. It has no material source. So the system that we belong to is called Sanatana Dharma. Easier way to explain: a way of life for all living entities. A way of life for all living entities, not only human. So religion is basically a system created to understand who God is, and that system is to discipline you in terms of your character, which is to become moral and ethical. It is a set of moral and ethical standards so that you can become, or your consciousness can become, conducive to accepting the identity of God. And I'm saying this again, here at the Sri Narayan Dham, nothing is complex. 1 plus 1 equals 2. And that's all it is. Again, I'm saying this with love. Our main mission is oneness, but in this main mission, we must not hide our true identity. We must not hide our true identity. We are not hurting anyone, but we are putting things in context and perspective. Context and perspective. Who got a phone with data at the moment? Divashni, you got data there? You? Okay. Give me the meaning of belief. Somebody else give me the meaning of know, K-N-O-W.
Okay, believe. One meaning is accept that something is true, especially without proof.
Stop. You give me the meaning of know.
To be aware of through observation, inquiry, or information. Most people.
Stop. You all heard? You all heard? To believe is to accept without proof. To know is to know through proof. To believe is to accept without proof. To know is to accept with proof. Understanding? Now in religion, you work on a belief system. You believe in a religion. You believe in a religion without proof. One prophet, two prophets, three prophets, 5 prophets, or 10 prophets comprises of religion. Yes or no? Have they provided any proof? The Abrahamic religions, they start in Judaism and Christianity with many prophets. Islam just have one prophet. Are you understanding? Sanatana Dharma, prophets don't expound Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is expounded by the Supreme Lord Himself. Sanatana Dharma is expounded by the Supreme Lord Himself through a set, of knowledge called the Vedas. In Sanskrit, knowledge means Vedas. So Vedas means knowledge comes from knowing. Knowledge comes from knowing. To know means you understand through proof. Proof is God Himself. Knowledge is the very essence of the Lord. Lord is not the author of knowledge. Lord is the essence of knowledge. You understand? Lord is the essence of knowledge. His very existence is the essence and exists through knowledge. And to know means to have knowledge. Know knowledge. Are you understanding so far? So, Sanatana Dharma belongs to every living entity that lives in this universe. Today you're a human, yesterday you was a rat, and tomorrow you can be a cat. But it is every living entity. Sanatana Dharma has a place for the cat, has a place for the human, and has a place for the rat. You understand? Sanatana Dharma is synonymous with everything that exists in this universe. With everything that exists in this universe, that is called Sanatana Dharma. And this is why I am saying, delete Hinduism and the word Hindu from your mind. It does not exist. It's nowhere in the scriptures. Delete from your mind that you belong to a system that is religious. You belong to a system that is spiritual. You belong to a system that is spiritual. And I sent a poster last week. Where religion ends, spirituality begins. You understand? Where religion ends, spirituality begins. Then I said that Bhabhi sang a bhajan, and she said that the meaning of the bhajan is, if there is a bhajan that's plain and does not have Lord Ram's name in it, she's not going to listen to that bhajan. Or she does not like that bhajan. Nahi chahiye hai. Alright? And I said that if the name Ram does not exist in a religion, then that is not a religion. And I said I'm making this bold declaration, but along the way I'm going to substantiate evidentially. Substantiate evidentially. And then I said that Ram means source of all pleasure. Ram means source of all pleasure. And then I said that Lord Ram is the 7th incarnation of Lord Sriman Narayan, the first fully formed human. And the first fully formed human incarnation must set a precedent for all humankind. Yes or no? Okay. So let us see. How many religions you know? Let's go backwards. What religion you want to, Bhabhi? Okay, let's go backwards and let's start with the Abrahamic religions. Which is the first Abrahamic religion? Judaism. In what language is Judaism practiced? What language the Jews speak, Jessica? Hebrew? Hebrew? Ram is found in the, what is the scripture of the Hebrews? Torah. Ram is found in the Torah. And he is an ancestor of David. Ram is an ancestor of David. And in Hebrew, Ram means, Hebrew to English, Ram means most exalted or supreme. Most exalted, O Supreme. Can I make it more clearer? In Christianity, there is a place, or in the Bible, there is a place called Ramathiam. 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 There is no name in the Quran as Ram, but I take this opportunity in wishing my Muslim brothers and sisters, especially our secretary of this organization, Khatija, a happy Rama Dhan. A happy Rama Dhan. So in Islam, it's not found in the scripture, but it is the name of the main fasting. Rama Dhan. Alright? You understand? Bhabhi, when I said I'm going to beat your bhajan and I'm going to beat it with evidence, is this evidence I'm giving you? So Lord Ram exists in all religions, and I said there is no difference between the Lord and His name, because the Lord is omnipresent, and as soon as you call out His name, He appears in His full potency within the name. So in all of these religions, and I don't want to discuss the offshoot of religions from Sanatana Dharma itself, Buddhism, Jainism, all these religions, Lord Ram is there. And Lord Ram is also the epic, the Ramayana, exists in many countries in South Asia. In many countries in South Asia. Alright? So can you see the significance and the importance of the first incarnation of the Lord as a fully fledged human being? He has to exist everywhere. He has to exist everywhere. So this is the difference. This is the fundamental difference between religion and Sanatana Dharma, because Sanatana Dharma exists everywhere. It does not matter from which religion you call the name Ram. As soon as you utter the name Ram, He will appear in His full potency as the Supreme Lord. All of you understand? Whilst we are here, we have a very prominent comedian. Welcome to our satsang. But let's see if the Guru can do a bit comedy as well, alright? I might just supersede you. I have big people behind me, alright? So this we always do a real life. We connect the Vedas with whatever is happening here today. And somehow Jessica just gets involved everywhere. Our Jessica always gets involved everywhere. So last week, our great Will Smith. Great Will Smith, what he did, Satish Bhai? Who did he smack? Chris Rock. Alright. And just 2 or 3 weeks before that, I shared a poster of Will Smith. He said he is 90% through the Bhagavad Gita and is almost releasing his inner Arjuna. All right. Then I phoned Vishwadar and I asked him what's the similarity between Vishwadar and Will Smith. Because Vishwadar knows 90% of the Vedas. Will Smith knows 90% of the Bhagavad Gita, but he skipped chapter 2. Because in chapter 2, his inner Arjuna was supposed to learn from Lord Shri Krishna that you are the soul and not the body. And if he understood that he was the soul and not the body, he would have not got angry, because the soul does not get angry. The constitutional position of the soul is absolute bliss. Anger got him up and made him smack Chris Rock in a live broadcast which was watched across the globe. So what happened to his inner Arjuna? And exactly the same manner Vishwadar loses. He knows 90% of the Vedas. And he also loses his inner Arjuna. Then Jessica landed in the mix. Who landed in the mix? Jessica. All right? And she is proud of Will Smith. She is proud. Listen to this, Casey. She is absolutely proud of Will Smith. Okay? And she wrote there, this man stands for his wife. I can see Satish getting drawn in now. All right? And when I read that comment, I had a vision, Satish Bhai.
I'm listening, Guru.
That one of these days, when I'm working Jessica, you're going to get up from there, walk right through here, give the Guru one sound and go take your seat. This is what her wish is. That my husband might stand for me when the Guru is kicking me to the floor. Casey, can you better that? All right? So this is our current affair topic. This happened last week. And this is today, date today? 3rd of April 2022. Okay, so I want to conclude, and Hemita asked me to recap yesterday. So I want to again do this scientifically. I want to do this scientifically. So our mind, a human mind, exists in a body from birth until death in 3 dimensions. It is controlled and pulled in 3 dimensions, and the 3 dimensions are called Tamogun, the mode of ignorance, Rajogun, the mode of passion, and Satagun, the mode of goodness. Mode of goodness. All right. So throughout our life, we are impelled by these 3 modes, and we are controlled by these 3 modes. These 3 modes are energies. These are three different type of energy, because God Himself is a form of energy. And in the material universe, the fuel for the material universe is your karma, together with these three energies that runs this universe. So at any given time, a person's mind might be using the energy in Satagun, the energy in goodness, the energy in passion and desire, and energy in ignorance. Energy in ignorance. What would the Lord's energy be? Energy permeating from the Lord. What would the Lord's energy be? In absolute purity. In absolute purity. When we have functions like this, today we are celebrating the second day of Ram Naumi. When we have a function of this nature, and we are saying that the Lord is absolute, when you have a function for the Lord who is absolute, would He attend His function or not? He has to attend His function. When He enters this material atmosphere, which is made of these three types of modes or energies, when He enters a venue, in what energy form will He enter? In His original energy form, which is absolute purity. So I'm going to give you a hypothetical example. How many joules? Let's measure energy in joules. How many joules will energy in ignorance be vibrating, you think? Between 100%. What percentage would energy in ignorance be vibrating? A high percentage or low percentage? Low percentage. Maybe 10%. Because people in ignorance are sleepy, slotty, lazy. Yes or no? Alright? Then the next mode is passion. When you are passionate about something, your energy is being used. So let's say 30% of your energy is being used in and getting burnt up because you are in a mode of desire, in a mode of passion. But when you are in the mode of goodness, then your energy levels, the positive energy levels is very high. When you are in one mode, your other two modes are neutralized. When you in a mode of ignorance, your mode of passion and goodness is neutralized. When you are in a mode of passion, your energy in the mode of goodness and ignorance is neutralized. And when you are in a mode of goodness, your energy is in a mode of passion and ignorance is neutralized. Now when the Lord enters His function, He comes with an energy called Suddha Sattva, absolute purity. And when He enters this spiritual bubble, what would be the energy in this spiritual bubble? So the other three energy levels will become neutralized and you will absorb the absolute pure energy of the Lord. Do you understand? And in the mental dimension of sattva, there is no illness. There is no illness. And this is why yesterday I told certain devotees to stop their medication. I asked certain devotees to stop their medication. And this is what we gurus do. We do not perform miracle. The science is already here. We change the dimension of the vibration of your mind. When you come here, you are in the mode of ignorance. We shift you from the mode of ignorance to the mode of passion, and that passion, we take you from that passion and we shift your mental activities to the mode of goodness. And if you had cancer in the mode of ignorance, you cannot have cancer in the mode of goodness, because there is no illness in the dimension of the mode of goodness. And this is why you should attend these scientific satsangs. These satsangs are absolute science, and in years to come material scientists will catch up. They are already catching up and understanding the dynamics that we present in Sanatana Dharma. Scientists are all embracing the dimensions that we present in Sanatana Dharma. Are there any questions? No questions? Okay, how are we going to do Aarti today? Jai Shri Narayan.